Hello and welcome to Blockchain Gaming World Daily with me, John Jordan. So what we've got going on today, Shrapnel, which is one of the more, more interesting sort of blockchain games from a traditional developer. So Shrapnel is being developed by a startup called Neon Machine, spun out of HBO's entertainment wing, super experienced team, making console, PC games, high-end stuff. So I guess at the moment this is as AAA as blockchain games get. So it is a sort of extraction shooter, they call it, with strong user-generated content elements in terms of sort of making maps and stuff. Not live yet, clearly, but it started its mint. So interestingly, given that Shrapnel is running on the Avalanche blockchain, the mint is happening on Ethereum because Ethereum is sort of where the sort of liquidity is, and happening on OpenSea. So it's a little bit confusing when you sort of come to this from the get-go, but let's go through it. So the public sale is starting today. Mint price 0.5 ETH, so about $100, give or take. I'm not quite sure if it's a limited sort of in terms of total supply or not. But what's also happened is the whitelist went live yesterday. So we've got a situation where, as we go to OpenSea, we've got this situation. So this is there are 5 characters, so there are 5 operators. The first one's gone live, and the mint price is 0.5 ETH for this operator, and the whitelist has already been minting it. So that whitelist is now shut, and we're waiting for the public list to go live when everyone can start minting it. So we can see here, these are the 5, so only one of them is available at the moment. I'm not quite sure what the time span for the other ones to go live is. I'm not sure if they're going to mint at 0.5. I imagine they probably are. But that's what's going on. We can see, yeah. Now I need to, let's see here. But we can see here that this is the mint thing we were just looking at. So that's not live at the moment because the whitelist has minted and the public list isn't available yet. So if you try and mint that, you can't do it. I've just tried. You can see here it's done 26, get it right, 26 ETH worth of volume on a 0.5 ETH. So it's quite a lot. And we can see here, these are the unrevealed mints. So 364 people minted on the whitelist, and they minted 527 items. So if you want to, I'm not suggesting you do at all. If you want to, you can currently buy this NFT for 0.118. So obviously that is sort of double the price of the mint price. So I wouldn't necessarily recommend that people do that. But we can see there's not been so much volume here, so there's only been 2 volumes. So remember, 26 ETH has been minted in terms of volume. Only 2 ETH has been total volume in terms of transactions. But people are buying it. We can see here what the prices are. So some people have been, and obviously these are unrevealed, so I don't quite know what the randomness is going to be on here, if they're all going to be the same, or if there's going to be randomness as you'd normally have on a sort of PFP thing. Not very clear at all, but people are buying sort of for double. This one here, triple the price. Obviously, we can see here that the price, the average price here was 0.15, and that's down to 0.11. So yeah, and I guess the reason to be careful about buying that now is when the public mint goes live. We're going to have, at the moment there's only 527 of these available. When the public mint goes live, we're going to have 1,000 of them because everyone's going to come in and be minting at 0.5, and at that point, I would sort of guess that the price is going to go down because there's no variation in these at all, unless an awful lot of people suddenly decide they want them and not actually that many were minted. That would be the sort of the decision you have to make. You can either pay double price now, but probably in the assumption that when a lot of these are minted at 0.5, people will be prepared to sell them at 0.6. So anyway, it's always interesting at sort of mint times. Always you have to be very careful about FOMO and making good decisions. And the other thing to sort of clearly think about here is we have, this is only the first of 5 operators. So there's a whole bunch more to come. So we don't get too excited by the first one. It seems like a pretty good sort of mint price. $100 seems pretty reasonable. And with all these sort of things, I guess we'll learn when the actual sort of public mint goes live, how sort of crazy that is. Obviously, the other thing about the mint price is you're paying the gas as well. So gas at the moment, let's have a quick look. How are we doing for gas? Gas at the moment not too bad, 35 gwei, but that can change as well. So actually, in high gas situations, it may be better just to buy something than minting it. But it's all have to wait and see. Anyway. The conclusion of the story is Shrapnel's minting. Shrapnel's definitely worth checking out. It's going to be a PC game, not coming out in the near future. I think it's fairly sort of complex first-person shooter with all these sort of other elements, but definitely one on our most anticipated list. So definitely keep an eye on that. Anyway, thanks for watching. See you again.